This is the gentlewoman from Iowa, Dr. Miller Meeks, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to recognize the life of Mr. David Lee Ireland. David died on September 17th following a long battle with cancer. He spent his professional life protecting and serving the people of Iowa as a police officer in the Lee County Sheriff's Office. When he was not working, he was collecting antique Model T memorabilia or enjoying the outdoors with his wife, canoeing on the Mississippi River. David was also a lifelong member of the Boy Scouts, achieving the rank of Eagle Scout, the highest rank in the Boy Scouts, and eventually seeing both of his sons achieve the same rank. He later served as Scoutmaster for Troop 30 in Montrose, Iowa, where he proudly taught these young boys essential life values such as hard work, love of the outdoors, self-reliance, and commitment. He is survived by his wife, Rebecca, and his 2 sons, Matthew and Sean. Let us not despair in the loss of this great man, but rather praise God for sending David here to make the world a better place. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to condemn the Biden-Harris administration border crisis that has plagued our nation for over 3 years. Under the failed leadership of President Biden and his border czar, Kamala Harris, we've witnessed the worst border crisis in American history, with over 10 million illegal immigrants having crossed our border, while nearly 300,000 unaccompanied children are left unaccounted for, at risk of trafficking and exploitation. But the horror doesn't stop there. Fentanyl, the poison that has claimed over 200,000 American lives, flows across our border unchecked, with over 2,000 pounds seized each month. This administration's negligence has created a perfect storm for crime, with a shocking 52,058 arrests of illegal immigrants with criminal backgrounds, a staggering 130% increase since President Trump was in office. Biden and Harris have failed us. Their reckless policies are jeopardizing our children and communities. It's time for a return to a strong border security, time to hold them accountable and assure that every child is safe, every community is secure, and every American life matters. Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to recognize the 8th Annual National Clean Energy Week. As chair of the Conservative Climate Caucus and a representative of Iowa, where 59% of our net energy generation comes from wind turbines, I'm proud to highlight our state's leadership in harnessing renewable energy. And wind isn't the only type of renewable energy we have. We show how you can responsibly reduce emissions without sacrificing reliable energy production. By tapping into our abundant resources like wind, ethanol, biodiesel, manure, hydro, and investing in innovation, we've strengthened our energy independence, created good-paying jobs, and kept energy costs low for families and businesses alike. This is what responsible, forward-thinking energy policy looks like, driven by innovation, not government mandates. National Clean Energy Week reminds us that we can secure a cleaner, healthier planet through practical, market-driven solutions that work for our economy, not against us. We must continue to support innovation that grows our economy, meets our energy needs, keeps our energy costs down, and respects the hardworking people that depend on affordable, reliable energy. Cleaner energy, more innovation, and a stronger economy. That's the path forward. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to highlight the disastrous impact Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have had on our economy. Inflation has risen as high as 20.2%. Eggs are up 46.8%. Gas is up 49.9%. Bread is up 24.3%. Sugar is up 31.4%. The list goes on and on. In just the past year, 1.2 million U.S.-born citizens lost their jobs to illegal aliens crossing our wide-open southern border. Everyday essentials, from food to fuel, have been seeing outrageous price hikes. Families in Iowa are paying over $13,000 more annually just to get by. Real wages have plummeted, interest rates are at a 23-year high, credit card debt has now surpassed $1 trillion for the first time, and our national debt has crossed $35 trillion. Instead of finding practical solutions, this administration thinks the solution is to print more money and to spend more by the government. The American people deserve better than Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's failed policies. Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to recognize the upcoming one-year anniversary of the heinous Hamas terrorist attack on Israel on October 7, 2023. On that fateful day, Hamas terrorists launched inhumane and barbaric attacks on Israeli civilians by air, land, and sea. The world watched in horror as these terrorists slaughtered and burned innocent Israeli families in their homes, abducted and killed Americans, murdered over 200 young people enjoying a music festival, kidnapped innocent people, including Holocaust survivors, women and children, and wounded thousands. It was, in fact, the deadliest day for the Jewish people since the Holocaust. And the trauma continues to this day as Hamas continues to hold hostages, including American citizens. In August, I joined Senator Joni Ernst on a congressional trip to meet with heads of state to advocate for the release of all hostages in Hamas's captivity. Hamas's recent murder of 6 hostages, including American citizen Hirsch Goldberg Poland, is yet another tragedy that underscores the brutality of this terrorist organization. We will continue to forcefully push for the release of all hostages. At home, we have seen anti-Semitism rear its ugly head over the past year, especially on college campuses. This is unacceptable in America, and in Congress, we will continue to fight this heinous scourge of anti-Semitism. On this upcoming October 7th anniversary, the United States must ensure that Israelis have the tools they need to defend their citizens, and I'll continue to urge members of Congress to stand shoulder to shoulder with the Jewish people in the state of Israel during their time of need. Thank you. With that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back.